Welcome, everyone, to Real Whovians Cast, episode 370, the afternoon edition.
Wow.
I am your host, Matrix, and I'm with Sammy Carter. What's up, Sammy?
Hey, how's it
What's going
going?
on, Sammy? All right, bro. So you saw the trailer, okay? I saw the trailer, all right?
Yeah.
What is your take on the direction of Series 8? What do you think? How different is this going to be from what we've seen already with Matt Smith?
Well, most of the scenes from the trailer kind of indicate that the Doctor's going to be. Let's say the Doctor's going to be a bit more of a dark side guy. Like you're talking. In a way, when I talk about the dark side, I'm talking like this is the build up to the Valyard, because a lot of people would have these theories by now that maybe the Doctor could be heading towards his dark side at some point. And I personally think if they're going this direction of the dark side of the Doctor, then that personally puts a hole in the actual timeline to maybe possibly leading towards maybe the Doctor's going to become evil and he's going to do something that he
Valyard?
doesn't normally do. Yeah,
Right.
I have this funny feeling he's going to do something he doesn't normally do. Like, he's going to murder someone, or he's going to...
Oh my God.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Oh my God. Don't say that. But okay, I'm just gonna say this. I don't know if it's the different type of film they're using, if it's even different, or the lighting schematics, or but it looks to me when you're watching the trailer that this is not the show we saw before. This is not the Doctor Who we've seen before. I mean, this kind of looks, when I'm looking at the trailer, kind of looks like a little bit scary, fear,
Well, yeah.
sort of like despair or depression a little bit. I mean, it looks kind of like you're going into these territories with these emotions that, these kids may get scared like out of their TARDIS, like stuff going on.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know if this is going to be true, but by the trailer, you see his eyes, like 12th Doctor's eyes, and it scares the crap out of you. Like he looks at you like you're done. You know that? Like I'm
Yeah,
coming for you,
exactly.
and I'm like,
And
whoa.
I also found it really interesting when he came up with the line saying, "Oh, I've made many mistakes, and I'm gonna do something about it." And I kept thinking, is he
Like
gonna go?
he's the like he's
Is he?
Sylvester,
Is
like he's
he?
a seventh Doctor. He's gonna wipe everybody out.
Yeah,
Type
I'm
of thing.
kind of make when he said that, I kept thinking, is he gonna rewrite everything that the 11th Doctor did?
I don't know. All I know is that
Yeah,
the Doctor asks her, is he a good man or whatever, and she's
yeah,
like,
and she was
and,
like, I
but
don't know.
but she's
Yeah,
like she's like I don't know. Like I just and there's not even like 100% or 50% or 1%, because if the 11th Doctor asked her, "Am I a good man?" She's like, "Absolutely. What are you talking about?" Like she would be like all into that the 11th Doctor is a good man, because even she questioned him on the 50th anniversary, like, "This is not you. You're a good person. You can't kill your own race." So she had it in her head. Her mind was made up. All the 11 doctors that she's seen, or 10 doctors, or whatever, I mean, with the exception of the Metacrisis doctor, all the doctors that she's seen was a good man. But now, she has no idea if he is, if he's changed so much that, is it possible that he could change so much as the Doctor that he's no longer the Doctor? I mean, we've seen him change so much where he took away his title and he didn't call himself the Doctor. He was the War Doctor, but he
oh yeah.
wasn't a Doctor anymore. But could it be again that he could lose that title of the Doctor because he's so? I mean, we don't know. He don't even know. He feels like he don't have the confidence, nor does he care that, am I a good man? Yeah, he wanted to know it, but even if he didn't like the answer, oh well. I mean, and this is the thing, like, you see the fear in her eyes. You see Clara's eyes light up, but like scared, like, you know what? I really don't know, and I can't answer that question. And that
No.
is the scariest. thing of all, is if your own
Yeah.
companion has no idea if you're good or not. No
Yeah,
idea.
that's really scary thought to think about the fact that you're coming across this doctor who is a much more older man, probably in his late 50s, and you're looking
Right.
at this guy and you're thinking, is this guy supposed to be some kind of a guy I've seen in the movies? Like, is he some kind of this Gotham character, this character who's going to, let's just say this is a character who's gonna freak you out every time you do something wrong, or
Right. But get ready for a wild ride, because I think, hey, Stephen Price, how
exactly.
you doing?
It's gonna be a wild ride for sure. I mean,
I think it's a wild ride because, like, I think Moffat's going to enjoy it. That the character's scared, and if Clara's scared, then you're going to be scared. You'd be like, oh my God, could it be? Like, I don't know where he's going to go. What is he going to do? Like, is he going to?
Well, it's funny. It's funny you say Moffat's going to enjoy this series, because he actually spoke about writing the finale at London Comic Con this weekend, and he said that he enjoyed it so much writing the finale that he could be doing it every day. So you can tell that he had confidence with this finale.
Right. Well, I know that they're working on Series 9 now, even though they're still filming. They're getting all the scripts together for Series 9.
Well, actually, funny enough, Moffat's also writing the Christmas special.
Well, Moffat's writing the Christmas special, yes, but they already had a template and a plan for Series 9.
Oh,
already.
Yeah, they did.
So I reckon there's about 4 scripts ready to go. That's got to be altered a little bit, probably, but 4 scripts ready for Series 9. And I think that, if this trailer is any indication on where it's going to go for the next couple of years, Clara's eyes say it all, man. It says it all. It's like you could see, like, she's such a good actress, Jenna Louise Coleman. You could see it in her eyes, like just when he regenerated, her eyes like lit up, like, oh my God.
Oh no, yeah.
This character's afraid, and this episode that he asked that question is probably like a couple episodes in, so we can get to see what we're used to with him, rather than the first. I think this happens probably mid-season, like he asks her or something. But this is very terrifying. I mean, it may be terrifying in a great way, but because it will be a wild ride. What do you say, Stephen Price?
Well, seeing Capaldi filming, yes, he's going to be a serious doctor and a darker doctor.
Right. Would it be safe to assume, Stephen Price, that he's the darkest doctor? Do you think he would be the darkest one?
I would, yes, I would say so, yeah.
So he is the beast. He is the doctor that when they said the beast, that is what they're talking about. That is what the Great Intelligence was talking about. He's the beast.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's there's a couple of episodes when I look at Capaldi.
I've seen him.
But I do have to admit. Oh yeah. Go.
Wait, Sammy. Let's get Stephen. Stephen Price. Stephen, you there? Can't hear you, bro.
Yeah. I seen him. There's one scene. Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Right. I seen him doing a scene where he run to the TARDIS, and what does the doctor do? He uses the key to get in. He just give it a boot with his foot.
He's like, the hell with it. I'm just gonna knock the damn door down. Wow. He don't even give a crap. He just like, I'll just build a new door. That's it. What's up, Charlie? Charlie, you still there?
No, he's left, unfortunately.
Okay.
No, he's left.
I think this is going to be a very physical doctor, I think. Don't let his age...
Oh, trust me. I mean, and also I've noticed in the trailer there was a Yeah, but like I said, I noticed in the trailer there was a monster with two
Ollie.
eyes, and I kept thinking that was a Torchwood monster.
Hey,
What's up, Charlie?
what are we doing, guys?
All right,
Charlie,
Charles, how's it going?
this is the trailer reaction now.
And I'm
All
yeah.
right, you saw the trailer probably tons of times. I mean, what are you feeling looking at this
Yeah.
trailer? Do you think it's dark? Do you think it's scary ride? Do you think, the companion lost faith in the doctor, so now are we supposed to lose faith? Are we supposed to be terrified what he's going to become? Or is he just a different type of doctor? Like, he's not going to be the Valuard. He's just going to be a tougher. I mean, what do you think, Charlie?
Yeah, I think he's definitely going to be a different type of doctor. I don't think he's going to be someone to be scared of. Maybe towards the end, he's gonna, they're gonna divert him that way. But I don't think initially. And as far as Clara's reaction to him, I don't think. I still don't know where in the episode that's going to fall, or in the season that's going to fall, because again, it still looks like it's cut from different.
Yeah, I mean that
points.
episode probably like a mid-episode in the middle of the season where he asks her, and then she still.
Well, that's interesting because we are expecting a longer trailer anytime soon, so we're going to get more footage either way for Series 8.
Yeah, I mean they've been going up 10 seconds each time, or
yeah, but now we got the actual what is it, like a minute and something.
A minute and 5 seconds it looks like, yeah.
So that was a cool trailer.
But yeah, I reckon we're going to get like a 2-minute trailer very soon. I reckon.
Yeah. So the consensus is that everybody's happy with it, I guess, right?
Yeah, and also I want to bring up is that they've actually released the title names for all the episodes today.
Yeah, here's the thing about that now, okay? We've heard these titles before. Deep Breath.
Well, there is one title.
Into the Dalek.
Actually, there is one title we didn't hear. Child's Play.
Yeah,
That's
that I
a
didn't
title we
hear,
haven't heard.
and Caretaker I didn't hear. Although
Yeah, we
you
haven't
probably
heard
heard it.
Caretaker. We haven't heard Gates of Paradise before, so.
And Death to Heaven. What is it? Death
in Heaven. We've heard of that.
Yeah, we've heard that.
Dot 2 TV. Yeah, we've heard of that. Yeah.
have the BBC been reading your books, Joe?
My books?
Weren't those similar titles to your books?
Paradise is Life is my title. What else was the title you said?
Heaven?
I mean, I didn't even think of that, Charlie, actually. To tell you the truth.
Yeah, they could be.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's now that you think about it, Charlie, it's kind of funny how my main character in my book, like one of my main characters of Tomorrow's Song series and also Star of Separation series, is the woman with the umbrella. Okay, now that you bring it up. All right?
Oh, how funny is that? There's
the
a woman in
Tomorrow
an
Girl. And
umbrella
her name is the Tomorrow Girl. And we see this woman with the umbrella like all over the place, and I'm like, I didn't even think of that, Charlie. That's
and funny enough,
I caught that kind of right away today.
Right.
That was the first thing that popped into my head when I heard those two titles, and I thought that's similar to Joe's titles for his book.
And guys, in case you didn't know, okay, yeah, I don't like to spoil it, but in case you didn't know about my books, there is.
You got a new one in the works.
Oh
right?
no, he's left. Oh no.
Okay, guys.
There we go.
Okay, in case you didn't know about my books, the main villain of my series is a time traveler. Okay, and there is time travel going on in my books, and the way you can know it is that there is a little digital device on the villain's like hip that says the year. So while it's poetry, it's also a story. And the guy is just going to be called the Shadow, but he is revealed in one of the books his name, and he's part of my sci-fi novel, Future Factor. And he basically travels through time with this device called the time disk. Now his whole reason for being, his whole purpose in life is to keep destroying this man, taking everything away from him. In the future, this guy is the man of everything. He has everything. He brings about a golden age. This guy goes back in time and messes with his timeline and makes him lose everything, so becomes the man of nothing. even though he falls flat on his face and stuff like that, he can never be defeated because the guy keeps coming back and trying to rebuild his life better and gets out of depression and gets out of broken relationships and different things, and he keeps going upward and onward. And the guy the Shadow cannot take it. He's pissed. Like, he's like, why can't I break this freaking guy? And he doesn't want to kill him. He just wants him to suffer, okay? There is another villain from the future called Slayer, and she's basically labeled as his final chapter. She is the one that wants to just kill him. That's it. She doesn't want this guy to become the ruler of the world, bringing about world peace, because she has a bone to pick with him about a certain thing. So she's basically giving the Shadow his time to just mess with him, okay? But at some point in time, she's going to step in, and she's just going to kill him with her swords. Like, she'll just pop out of nowhere and just stab him in the back. Well, she actually is a warrior, so she's into, like, fighting. So she'll, like, face him in a battle and kill him, you know? But at some point in time, she's going to get tired of the time manipulations, and she's going to just kill him. So this is what he's got in the background, that he can't even see these two characters. And because this is going on, you know, and you could read, you know, Promise Dream, you could read Paradise's Life, because this is going on, God's angry because, you know, like, you know, man is able to do what they want throughout time and stuff, and with this whole time travel business, God isn't happy that, you know, now it's like somebody's messing with stuff that's meant to be in destiny and stuff. So he basically empowers this angel with more power than usual to protect the Man of Nothing. So it's not just about time travel, but it's about, you know, being a good person, a good man, like you were talking about, Sammy Carter. This is a perfect way to explain a good man. This guy's a good person. He's meant for bigger and better things, okay? And he has the blessing of angels. He has, you know, his one protector. He, you know, and the Tomorrow Girl is also mysterious because, you know, she's the only one for some reason that can sense and see the Shadow. Like, not even the Man of Nothing can see him, that the guy's been messing with him his whole friggin' life. And there's something about her umbrella that's very, very blessed and powerful. Then not even the angel, Crystal, knows what it is. So this stuff is going on. And the whole thing is about this series, which is wonderful, is that, you know, and I really don't want to do it on the cast, but I might as well, now that Charlie brought it up, is that it's about, like, things that happen in real life. Like, you lose everything, you're alone, you're miserable, and then all of a sudden you come out of it, you get yourself together, you get into a new relationship, you're happy, you know, paradise is life. Like, everything, your promised dream, everything. It's funny how you say that, Charlie, because, you know, stuff about, we're hearing about Promised Land and stuff, you are right. It is somehow sounds like my books. But, yeah, you know, I have to watch it now because I didn't even think about that until you just told me about it. So, but it's like, it has everything. It has struggle. It has falling. It has rising. You know, the book has, like, you take everything that's thrown at you and you keep going. And you have haters, that your own haters that are always, like, in real life, people have their haters where people don't want you to succeed, whether there's a connection or not. Some people don't even know you, they don't want you to succeed. They just don't like what you've accomplished. So it has that factor. It has a matter of faith, where after you lose everything, will you lose your faith? And if you do, can you get it back? And it's like, it has the time travel element that's connected to future factor, which, you know, you have little glimmers of this utopian society where everybody's completely happy and there is no world hunger, there is no wars, there is no, you know, it's back to a retro look of castles in the sky and everybody's just friggin' happy. There is no money. Everybody has what they need. They have the technology, and they also have the retro stylish look of, like, with castles and kings and swords, and it's just wonderful. The animals are all healthy, and there's beautiful animals and horses and pastures, and, you know, if there's cities, it's all surrounded by wildlife too. It's like a really beautiful thing of, like, what heaven could be. But it's the future is finally in its golden age, and for this one guy, the Shadow, okay, because something happens to him personally in the future with his sister, he's not happy. It's not a golden age to him. So if it's not a golden age to him, and if it's not a golden age to Slayer, they don't give a crap about being as a people. They want to alter it. So this is the whole thing, and it's the funniest thing. And this guy, who you'll see in the Future Factor thing his real name, and also if you read one of my books, it will be slipped in there. This guy basically wants to undo this man's life. He wants to make him he wants to take his greatest love of his life and prevent him from meeting her. And if he winds up with the timelines changed and he has some other girl or whatever, he wants to take that away too. He constantly, where if things don't go, and I have another book coming out, takes place in 1978, where he just gets tired of it and he says, you know what, I'm going to go back to 1978 when the guy's 4 years old, and I'm going to really screw with him, really when he's a kid. And he don't even care. So this is a really awesome storyline for my books, and I get very passionate about it. But when Charlie brought it up, I didn't even think about it. But yes, there's a lot of things with my book. Now, I didn't see the episode, so I don't know if it's going to play out that way. But The Woman with the Umbrella, Paradise, Promised Dream, Promised Land sounds very similar to my stuff. Now, I don't know if it is connected in any way, but it will be great to see. And also the stuff with angels and heaven, that is very interesting. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting.
I get very passionate about my books. I really don't talk about it that much on my channel.
I think it's because you mentioned it so much is why the BBC are starting to take notice.
Well, here's the thing. If everybody's interested in my books, which I really don't promote myself that much, but if you're interested in any of the stuff that I'm talking about, check out the books Promised Dream. Check out the books Paradise is Life. Check out Destiny's Calling and all the wonderful books that are tied with the Sorrow Separation series, Tomorrow's Song, Winds of Change, Destiny's Calling, Loss of Ways. Shadow's Reign is a biggie because it has a preview of the Future Factor science fiction novel, which these characters come from. That's in there, and that's also a big book to pay attention to because it's from the evil point of view, some of the book. And there's Dark Days, there's Greatness and Glory, so many, 9 years' time. So, and Sorrow Separation is the first one. So, it goes from poetry to story to sci-fi, and it has faith and it has motivational speeches, it has, motivational poems, it has sadness, it has happiness, it has anger, it has everything you need. Everybody could relate to it. It talks about cancer. It talks about so many different things, and it's a crazy, crazy, wonderful series that spins off and anchors into other different branches. Each of my books will branch off into their own thing. Tomorrow's Song is the first book of a series that it's the second book to the Sorrow Separation series, but it also creates a spin-off where the character, the Tomorrow Girl, she's featured in a lot of my 11 books on the covers and on the back cover. I mean, she's featured in the second book. She's featured in the fourth book. She's featured on the back of the sixth book. She's all over the place. So, and it's funny, I'm doing Perfect Wish as the next book. Perfect Wish. And then I'm also doing two other ones, which my publisher was yelling at me not to reveal the title until we get it set. But Perfect Wish, I've been designing the cover for weeks. And if some of you see my videos, you'll see that I've been working on that. But I hope that, Doctor Who, even if it is a nod to my books, which I really don't know because there's no evidence of that, but it would be a nice nod that somebody else is paying attention. You know what I'm saying? And
hey,
I wouldn't even get mad, But
the only thing I want to say to you, Joe, is that as an artist, which writing is an art, you should be enthusiastic about the product that you put out and what you're putting out. So
yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm very happy about it. And if anybody wants to know about that I hardly ever talk about on my 2,600 channels, 2,600 videos. Out of 2,600
Whoa.
videos, I probably made maybe about less than 20 videos on my books, which that goes to show, like, you know, I need to start promoting that more. And Matrix Lord 212, my name is Joseph J. Capriccioso. You could look me up on Google. You could look me up on Amazon. And if you want to type in, like, one of my books, I'm sure you'll find all of them. Paradise is Life or A Promised Dream. That's my last two. And the new series, the Tomorrow Song series, I love very, very much because it's very powerful, very positive. And it's also going to be spinned off into wonderful other adventures, too, which it's going to be amazing. So I'm working on technically 3 books right now at the same time as a screenplay. And I work, and I have 2 kids, and I do podcasts. And it's crazy, but I don't know how I find the time, just like I don't know how Moffat finds the time to write and do all this stuff.
You're maybe you should go up to, maybe when Moffat comes to New York City, maybe you should go up to him and say, thank you for mentioning my books in Doctor Who.
Well, no, I don't know if he did, Sammy. Sammy, I don't know if he did. I mean, Charlie just said that it's possible because he created that analogy. You know, I don't know. You know, but I mean, I do, one of my main characters is a girl with an umbrella, right? And her name is the Tomorrow Girl. There is time travel in my books, but we don't know, Sammy. And Promised Dream, Promised Land, Paradise is Life, all these different things. It may be just...
A question for you, Joe.
Think of that. But we'll have to wait and see.
Hey, guys. Sorry, I thought I was in the wrong cast there. How's things? Yeah.
Yeah, no, the reason
Joe,
why
your audio is...
why, Graham, you hear me?
Yeah,
You fade in and out, Joe.
Okay. The reason why I started talking about
I
my
have an
books,
audio
Graham,
problem
is
then.
because... You hear me?
Oh, crap.
You hear me?
Your audio is fading in and out, mate.
Do you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. The reason why I started talking about my books is because Charlie had said that there's a lot of similar things to my books with the trailer and different things in Series 8, and I didn't really even think of it. So,
All right.
So that's why he was saying, like, you know, we got the titles where it's, you know, heaven and paradise, and also the girl with the umbrella.
Right, okay, right, the episode titles, right?
Right,
yeah.
and also the girl with the umbrella. Well, that's my main character in Tomorrow's Song. So, you know, he was saying that, you know, maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Looking at my stuff, I mean, certain things as I would see that as a nice thing, you know. I wouldn't see that as a negative thing.
Before everybody goes in a lambasting online tirade, you know, it's Charlie's theory exclusively. So if it's no, blame Charlie.
Yeah.
You know.
And like I said, like, you know me, Graham. I made 2,600 videos. I hardly, in all those 2,600 videos, I maybe talked about my books 20 times. Maybe. I mean, maybe a little more, but I hardly ever talk about my
Very
books,
rarely,
which I should.
Yeah.
So, you know, and everybody, you know, people call me Joe. You know, some people know my real name, Joseph J. Capriccioso. So mostly everybody calls me Matrix Lord. So it doesn't matter. You want to check out my work? That would be awesome.
Mr. Price, I believe, has a question for you. You might not have heard them when you were fading in and out there.
Go ahead, Steve.
Steve?
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Steve.
how does one get a signed copy of one of your books?
Well, you can contact me on Matrix Lord 212 on Facebook, you know, and if I have a copy, I'll sign it myself, and if you give me an address and stuff, I'll send it to you. Or if you want to buy it, then I could probably work something out where I can get a signature on it, you know. So, like, you could purchase it on Amazon, you could purchase it on BarnesandNoble.com. It's all over the world, my books. So if you guys want to purchase it, then let me know, and I will make arrangements to get the book and sign it for you.
There you go.
Get one.
You know? What's up, Louie?
Hey, Louie.
Hi.
But that would be nice. I mean, I would love that. I would love to sign in, and I would also probably send, if you guys did buy the books, you know, and if you wanted to send to me, I would probably give you something special for free to do with the books. You know, maybe some spoilers for the next ones, or maybe something that nobody has, or
let's steer clear of spoilers. Come on, no again.
So that's it.
Excellent.
Yes. Not a lot of people know that my sci-fi is leaked into my books and there's time travel and all this wonderful stuff, so it was cool to talk about it. But anyway, get back to Doctor Who. Yeah, I mean, Graham, would you say that, like, when the Doctor asks Clara, no, in a way where, oh my God, the companion doesn't have faith, or she just doesn't know? I mean, if the 11th Doctor asked her that, she would say absolutely. In fact, she even admitted that he was a good man in Day of the Doctor, where she's like, this is not you. You can't kill your people. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not you. So she knows that the Doctor, 11 through the original, is a good man, but she doesn't know if this Doctor's a good man.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's what I find
it's
interesting.
kind of weird, but I mean, it could be a simple case of you're looking at the post uncertainty after the regeneration, but at the same time you're dealing with incarnation number 1 of a new cycle. So,
right.
I don't know. It's Clara's issue to deal with. You know, we don't know how many episodes in that is. Supposedly it's within the first 4, but you know.
Right. Now, here's your question, Graham. Do you think that all that Impossible Girl stuff, do you think that's wiped from her memory?
It's looking like it, because if you recall in the Day of the Doctor, when she bursts into the dungeon, Matt Smith's Doctor's like, yeah, you met them, remember? And she answered with one word, barely, or just a bit. So,
wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because if she remembered it all, there wouldn't be a huge issue with the whole changing of the face thing.
Yeah.
And there seems to be one hell of an issue in this.
I think if she remembered anything from her previous million selves, it wouldn't be her whole entire life. It would only be when she encountered the Doctor, because that kind of overload is like a Donna Noble, Dr. Donna thing. Will probably blow her up.
To me, the only thing this version of Clara remembers is building St. John up.
Right. She don't remember snowmen or anything.
No. As far as the Day of the Doctor, could you say that maybe that just hasn't happened for her yet?
What Day of the Doctor?
Well, that she didn't remember because it hasn't happened yet.
No, I mean...
that's a good theory for some of the Daleks, if a future incarnation of the future hasn't happened yet, but I don't know. I mean, that's so confusing topic about her being split into main pieces and then barely remember certain things. I mean, if she did remember, she would be petrified with the Daleks every time she's seen them, because she would remember dying as a Dalek, or she would remember the Great Intelligence. She would have, like, flipped out.
Yeah, well, she knows the Great Intelligence if the whole, you know, name of the Doctor thing happened. But to me, the only thing she remembers is basically build a St. John up and very, very vague aftershadowing of the John Hurt and Dave Tennant Doctor. And if anything else, I doubt she would remember.
Well, I guess we'll find out this season.
Because basically, when she's splintered about time, saving all the other incarnations, that's the offshoots of herself. The main consciousness was the one that Matt Smith found in the time stream.
Right.
At the end of the Doctor.
And you know, my son has a problem with that we were talking about the other day, Joseph. And he says, like, his big problem with that is that while we know that the time stream collapsed in on itself, meaning that there would be a way out because it would just fizz out and then they would just walk away. Mm-hmm. Like, my son Joseph doesn't accept that reasoning. Like, he felt like they should have been a way to just get them out of there rather than a stupid explanation like they're out, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
What the name of the Doctor, you know?
Well, you're right there, but the only counter argument to that would be he was the main consciousness. He was the current.
Right, it was his time stream, it was himself, so he basically, it collapsed, it meaning that whatever that thing was that she was in, they're out now. she's free with him. So
yeah, I mean, had that been had he been in there, and Capaldi was the current incumbent, he'd be stuck.
right,
But because he was the main consciousness at the time,
right,
it sort of makes sense. But at the same time, I can see my problem. People have a problem with it.
right. I hear you. What's up, Louis?
Kind of getting over all like the script stuff
Yeah.
because I got quite a lot of hate.
We're not gonna talk about the scripts. We're not gonna.
5.5 weeks to go.
We were only talking about the trailer.
I'm just saying like the amount of hate that I got because of the scripts.
Yes, yes. You know what? Actually, I tried to get you on that cast. It was supposed to be for you.
Yeah.
I will give you the floor because that was the whole topic of giving you the means to speak about the hatred sent at you because of reading the script. So don't tell us about the scripts. Don't tell us about spoilers. But why don't you tell us?
No, I'm not. I respect people's.
But why don't you tell us the amount of craziness that happened to your life because of the knowledge of the script?
It's just like I got quite a lot of messages from people I don't even know, just from like Whovian sites and stuff on Facebook, just like, oh, you've ruined Doctor Who for me now, because like, apparently I revealed loads of spoilers, which I haven't.
No,
Okay.
No, you didn't, because when me and Louis were doing a cast, he didn't even reveal hardly anything, did you, Louis?
Yeah, and like the cast with you, Joe, like
Yeah.
Well, I revealed like a couple of teasers, but we said spoiler. We said spoiler, like alert, and like it was just annoying because apparently I said loads of stuff. I'm not going to say anything, but like I've got loads of hate saying I'm a bad Whovian. I don't respect the show. I've ruined people's parties.
And that's disgusting.
Like, I mean, to say I should die.
Louis, I got stuff which pissed me off, and then.
And the thing that really annoyed me was that Doctor TV and stuff. They were the ones who was giving us synopsis for episode 4, photos, of Matt Smith's speech, and now they've gone all completely against spoilers.
But they haven't, because they did articles after that. They did articles after that spoiling. But that was my whole point. That war with Dr. TV, a lot of people had taken it the wrong way, thinking I attacked my friends. And like, you're a perfect example. I got hate email and threats and stuff just like you did. And this is what was not revealed.
It's not fair.
But this was not revealed to the cast, where people understand why I was pissed off, why I was posting a lot about Dr. TV UK, why I was saying Whovian hypocrites. It was because of those idiots that sent me emails cursing me out and threatening. This is what this was about. This had nothing to do with my own people or anything else. This is the people that I don't know. So I just, you know what, I've learned too on the weekend and stuff to just mellow out and just not even. I'm just gonna delete my emails and not even open them anymore. From the hatred.
I mean,
and I say you do the same thing.
Facebook.
I say you do the same thing. And certain sites I'm going to stay away from, or if people are if I'm part of a Facebook site and people are going to say certain things to me, that I'm just going to try to be mellow out and just not take it.
Yeah, I don't listen to it, but it's just, like, when I got a death threat because I read a script, because they asked a question, like saying, have you read the scripts or not? And I just put yes, and I got, like, a million messages from that, like, not a million, that's exaggerating, but you know what I mean.
Sorry to interrupt. Let me hit what's in here. Right. Number one, with regards to Doctor Who TV UK, to hell with that. It's a fan site.
Exactly.
Now, in terms of people sending you shit and whatnot on Facebook, apologies for the language here, Joe. You kind of baited yourself there, mate, because the minute you hit yes, there's trolls on Facebook as well.
Oh, there are trolls, dude. That's the one thing you got to distinguish between haters, trolls, and whatever.
Had you just put none of your business, or I prefer not to say, you might not go at the shit you go.
Right.
So, you know.
Right. Yeah, I don't. It doesn't bother me anyway. It just annoys me when they're saying you're not a real fan. Because it's my decision if I want to read the scripts. I'm not saying
I agree with everybody, for our own group, to other cast members, to other YouTubers we know, to our friends on other casts.
Right.
If you've read the thing, fair enough. If you've watched the thing, fair enough. If you've done neither, fair enough.
Right.
Roll on the 23rd and shut the hell up.
Yeah, I've learned, a lot from this experience this past week and a half, and you know what? Things will be different, and I'm just going to enjoy my experience with Doctor Who, and you know what? That's it. I mean, the bottom line is, when people hate on you, sometimes you become negative, and you can't become negative no matter what. I mean, I gotta practice what I preach. I gotta practice what I write, and I gotta sometimes read my own books to remind myself the way things are, and motivate myself through my own words. And that is when people hate on you, when people are negative to you, you can't be what they are. You can't be negative. You can't be hateful. You got to just let it go, be happy, be yourself, be positive, and let things flow the way they should, and make yourself better. You rise from wherever you come from, what you're doing, you make yourself better, and don't let anybody have the power to knock you down. And that's basically it. I mean, you just got to be strong enough to just, sift through the garbage with that stuff.
That's why I've been doing Who Harmony and Real Whovians, because it's just if I'm not a fan, I wouldn't be doing this. And it's just do you know what? Screw it, I'm going to win.
First of all, the only person that could tell you you're not a fan is yourself, okay?
Exactly.
Because they're not of any authority, like they rule the world or anything, where they could say, hey, you're not a fan, you get all... You shouldn't even get offended or upset because, nobody pays your bills. Nobody puts you through school. I mean, it's this is stupid now, So I don't want to really get too much into it now. We could probably do it tonight or tomorrow, but I just want to leave this. I want to leave this on a happy note and a positive note. And I do thank Charlie for bringing that analogy about my books into it, because I really don't talk about my books that much, but I didn't really think about all the comparisons. But thank you, Charlie.
No problem, Joe. Can I say one thing about the
scripts? Yes.
Real quick? I haven't read the scripts, but I want to make an analogy for the scripts. Is that, and it's going to be kind of a question. Now, have you ever read a novelization of a movie that hasn't come out yet?
Yeah.
Okay. I would equate it to that. If someone wants to read the script, it's like reading the book before the movie comes out.
Correct.
Now, I've done that for Terminator. I've read the book and then watched the movie. I enjoyed it just as much.
I've read different books like Interview with a Vampire or Da Vinci Code, all these different things before, or Harry Potter books before the movie comes out. So there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I mean that's not where the main thrust of the arguments with Charlie. I mean, if it was a case of that, that's fine. Read the novelisation, go and watch it when it's in the theatres or on TV and whatnot. The argument seems to stem for the ones who've either done one or the other, and people are bitching. I'm sorry, it's their choice.
But see, there's a third party. There's a third party that sometimes like to be spoiled, and then sometimes want to turn the spoilers off. And I've been in that case where, as much as I like to be spoiled sometimes I'm done with being spoiled. And certain things, like when I went to see Dawn of Planet of the Apes, I don't want to know nothing about it. And I went into there and I enjoyed it. Bells of St. John, there was too many spoilers coming out and too many previews, and I stopped it. So we get in different moods. We get in different moods where sometimes we want to be spoiled, sometimes we don't. And everybody should respect that.
I remember that Bells of St. John. There was about 5 freaking clips in 1 week.
That's what I'm talking about. Remember we had it on the cast and we're like, I think 1 clip's enough. And then I just stopped.
It's 2 talks, yeah.
Yeah, I just stopped. I said, you know what, that's enough, man. Moffat was actually spoiled the crap of this episode. I'm like, that's enough. I'm done with it, so.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
The future of it.
I want to end on a high note. I want to say thank you very much for everybody that attended. I do apologize if people were annoyed that, I talked about my books on the Whovians cast, but it was related to the topic. And have a great day, guys, and just, do what you want to do and be happy and watch Doctor Who on the 23rd, all right? And that's it. Take care. Bye for now, guys.
Yeah.